Today's event, the Klineline Kids Fishing event, is an event that we've been working on for the last year. This is a combination of partnerships, sports groups, state, county, federal. There's U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. There's the Park County Parks. There are lots and lots of groups, fishing groups, sport groups, who make this thing happen. It's the largest fishing event in the state for kids. Our goal is to help kids get away from the little computer games and get back out and try to fish again. Yeah, we're talking about fishing here today, but there's also other events here. There's archery.
One of our goals at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is to connect people with nature, and one of the ways we do that is to attend events like this and bring our archery setups and let kids and, well, anybody who wants to shoot bows and arrows. It's a way of connecting them with nature, of getting kids away from TVs and computers and outside doing something that'll show them how much fun it can be to do something out in nature. Archery is a great way of doing that, as you can tell by the kids here today. They're having a great time. Most of them I've talked to have never fired a bow and arrow before, and they seem to really be enjoying it. You know, maybe it'll make them want to, you know, do other things outside. The whole idea is to get outside.
You know, really what we're doing out here today is kind of part of an overall initiative to reconnect people with their natural environment. One of the things that we see is that as people become more and more urbanized and more plugged into the wall outlets in their home, whether it be through video gaming or computers or handheld devices, they become less and less connected to their natural environment. And there really are societal consequences to that. We see it in increased incidence of attention deficit disorder in children, other issues. And for a conservation-based agency like the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, it's extremely important for us to have the next generation of American taxpayer understand that the outdoors truly is important, and that conservation is something that should be considered when we talk about where we spend the taxpayers' dollars.
No, we've been coming out for about 25 years.
Oh my gosh, long time.
Yeah. Now it's the grandkids.
Yeah, so it's the next generation.
Just bring my kid here for fishing, enjoy the fishing, and teaching him how to fish and enjoy the nature.
One of the other things that we're celebrating this year is the 75th anniversary of the Wildlife and Sports Fish Restoration Program. And really, this is probably the first time in history that the American taxpayer, in some element, raised their hand and said, tax us, we want our money taken away from us to be used for conservation. And what we see is through purchases of gasoline for boaters, through purchase of equipment for hunters or fishermen, whether it be lures or ammunition, an excise tax comes out of that, comes back to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and is sent back out to the states to be used directly for conservation.
It means a lot to be able to bring my kids out here because we moved from the country where we could fish all the time and didn't have the experience of a derby as well from living in a small town. So it's really important that as busy as we are in our weekly affairs that we get time as a family, and this is a great way for all ages to even come and enjoy themselves.
It's a wonderful day. We have 2,100 kids signed up to fish. It's the joy of seeing the kids fish, catch the fish. Put a lot of fish in the pond. We put over 14,000 fish in, 12 to 21 inches, and a bunch of 3 to 10 pounders, so every kid has an opportunity to try to catch a fish. Great prizes for the kids. We have two groups. We have the mentally challenged kids on Friday of about 500 kids. On Saturday we have 2,100 kids. A lot of great activity going on out here. The archery, Home Depot with their building for the kids, Lions Club with their food, a lot of other different vendors out here.
We have prizes. We measure, the boys measure the fish, and then everybody gets 2 fish. And so then we keep track of the longest fish, first, second, third prize, and then we have a prize for the smallest fish. The prizes this year we've gotten donated, and they're just wonderful prizes. First prize is a $50 gift certificate at Walmart. and a trophy. Second prize is a trophy and a choice of one of these nicer gifts here, balls and other things. Third prize is another smaller type of toy and a Papa Murphy's pizza certificate. And then each hour we choose, and they win a bicycle and a helmet that's fitted by the local fire department. So we have wonderful things for the kids, and they have a really good time and can take a couple of fish home for dinner.
This is a really cool event. I think it's really good for the community and the kids. It gives us, the parents a chance to hang out and have fun with their children. And this is my first time today.
First time for me too.
Yeah, so this is really cool.
Actually something natural and fun.
It's a day to let the kids get out and get back into nature. You don't see it much anymore these days.
Somebody always falls in the water.
So we often say in the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service that our partners in the hunting and fishing community are the original conservationists, and we believe that because in this case they're the ones who've raised their hands, said we want to pay more taxes. It goes directly for conservation and on the ground work in wetland restoration or providing habitat for the entire U.S. public.